When we solve problems using multiplication or division, really what it's saying is that you have four groups here. And of these four groups, we've got to fit these 8 ones in there evenly. So one of the strategies that I use is I separate my x's and I try to fit in evenly the ones. This time it happens to work out because 8 can be divided by 4 evenly, but sometimes you'll get a decimal. And you'll notice that each of my x's gets 2 ones. So what did I do? I divided the 8 ones that I had up into the 4 x's. So I divided 8 by 4. Because this one is a fraction, I'm actually going to write this one out. So what it's saying is I have 1 V, but this 1 V is split up into 8 parts. And what they're saying is that of these 8 parts, there's 2 in each part, or there's 2 in each box. I just happen to make a rectangle because rectangles go with our algebra tiles, but it could be any shape. So these are the questions I'm asking myself. What is the whole? What is the part? And what goes inside the parts? Okay, so the parts is this 8. I have 8 parts. So the question is, what is the whole? That's your variable. We know that there are 8 parts. And we know that in each inside each of the boxes is 2. So if we combine 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, we know that we have 16. So the whole thing, this whole thing, B, is equal to the 8 parts times 2 in each part, which is 16. In this problem, it looks like it's a division problem. However, if we ask ourselves the same question, what's the whole? What's the part? And what goes inside each part? And we can find that by asking the same thing that we asked ourselves before. So which number represents the whole? And if we remember from our last slide, the whole thing was the V. So I'm looking at the numerator actually. So the numerator here is 15. So this whole thing is equal to, well, how many boxes? That's the part we don't know. The box says the number of parts is the denominator. That tells me how much to split it up. I don't know what that is. That one I'm going to put down as my x. And inside I know that I have 5 for each one. So what I'm asking myself is, how many times do I have to make 5 to get 15? So that's 5 times what number? And if I rewrite it like this, now that I've rewritten it, now that looks just like the problems that I started with, right? So I'm actually going to divide 15 by 5, and that's going to tell me what x is. So x is equal to 3. So if I make 3 parts, 5, 10, 15.